5 welterweight contender Belal, remember the name Muhammad. And I paused at calling him an overachiever, but there were a lot of people who didn't necessarily think that this man was going to vault into the top 5 and be the factor that he has become in one of the UFC's deepest divisions.
Well, when you're this committed, when you are so committed to your craft, you have an iron will that you will be something special, you can accomplish anything. That's Belal Muhammad. When you talk to him, you get a sense that this guy believes that he's the best in the world. He doesn't believe it. He applies the work ethic to it to make himself and give himself a chance. It has allowed for him to be exactly where he is today.
And now he believes he might just be one win away from his first shot at the UFC title. We'll see how it goes for Muhammad tonight. All right, so Makhachev getting back on the proving ground here tonight, putting his undisputed UFC lightweight championship on the line. So much to love about this man's mixed martial arts acumen, his fight IQ, and you got to think it's going to take the very best out of his opponent to wrest the welterweight.
Anyone that hopes to beat Makhachev has to be on their game. Your wrestling's got to be on point. Your striking's got to be on point. But more than anything, you have to have a steel mind. You cannot break in front of Makhachev because he will then drown you. This guy is a champion for a reason. And as you have seen time and time again, Hasbullah joins the Dagestanis in the octagon.
Perhaps that's an X factor tonight. The great Hasbullah in the corner of Makhachev. Makhachev. He has graced the octagon. It means we are ready to go with our main event of the evening. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Makhachev.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, round getting underway, and we take a look at the Combat Sambo world champion and UFC lightweight contender, Makhachev. What will he do in this fight? Well, oftentimes he does whatever he wants to do. Certainly he can impose his will on the ground, where his game is just so nuanced when it comes to the throws and the trips and the manipulation of joints and everything else. But on the feet, in a kickboxing setting, this man is proven elite as well. A true 5-tool player who many believe by year's end could just be the king of the lightweight division. Makhachev's back in half guard. A lot of top pressure being applied here, setting up for a submission now.
He needed the fight here, John. This is what he wanted.
Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle flip. Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Hey, scramble, get up.
Knee on belly.
Good movement on the ground here defensively by Makhachev.
Nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Muhammad's back inside control here, making all these shots count.
He needs to try to get to a half guard at least. At minimum, try to go to half guard. me. Way to stay aware and stay safe defensively.
Pretty productive with the strikes here off his back. Just over 3 minutes now to go in round one. Well, he's got the ground and pound going now. Strong work from the top here by Muhammad. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
And very effective with the ground and pound. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face.
Back mount now. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Muhammad ground and pound from half guard now. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Muhammad's looking to pass out of the half guard here, maybe looking for side control. He's denied. And the referee brings the fight back to its feet. No surprise there. Needed to see more action. Watching the referee right then and there has called a stop to the action. Looks like he's going to call on the doctor to look at the cut, and it is a pretty significant one, DC.
Well, he's bleeding a lot, and the blood is going into his eyes. It's very difficult for him to see right now.
All right, so the doctor talking to the referee, and it looks as though the fight's going to continue. He's got to go for it now, though. That cut's not going to get any better.
It is not going to get any better. Now he's got to take some chances. He's got to go out on his shield if he's going to go out, because if he gets to the next round, I'm not certain he'll get to go out again.
All right, well, this fighter was bullish in his desire to continue, and the doctor is going to afford him that opportunity as the referee gets us back underway.
This guy's a fighter, man. This guy doesn't want to lose a fight on the stool. He wants an opportunity to go out there and go out on his shield. And that's exactly what he's getting. He's getting a chance. And as a fighter, that's all you can ask for.
And you know fans don't like doctor stoppages, so they are thrilled.
They start booing. And sometimes guy's eye is hanging off the side of his head.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Belal Muhammad. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Well, landing several strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent. Good work here by Muhammad. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Probably lost that round. I need you to go out there and put this guy on his...
All right, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round as they attend to that pretty nasty cut in his eye area.
You got to lock in defensively, man. You cannot be out there just fighting. His opponent is too high level to try to fight him with his ego. Now he's dealing with a nasty cut over his eye. Why do you need another thing to manage when you already got one of the best fighters in the world in front of you?
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round two. Oh, strike lands cleanly there, champ. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
Really good level change.
All right, Well, he's got him softened up here. Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Belal Muhammad. Another ground and pound strike lands. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Makhachev. Fighter trying to pass here, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Muhammad. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Just over 3 minutes to go in round 2. All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Belal Muhammad. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Well, that combination's going to leave a mark. You see him getting top position, standing over his opponent, and delivering the ground strike. Nice job by Muhammad. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll.
The hard ground and pound is paying dividends. He has opened up a cut.
Let's go. We got a scramble here.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Muhammad ground and pound from half guard. He is making these shots count. Under 2 minutes to go in the round. Well, now that cut in the eye area, Daniel, becoming a major storyline. He's got to be careful.
He's got to be very careful and address it right now before it gets to the point that there's nothing you can do about it. He's going Kimura now.
Oh, he's got the Kimura locked in.
Fight IQ on full display there. Recognizing he was losing the sub, elected to keep the dominant position.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Nicely done.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position. Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mountain, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of his position. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Makhachev's right back to the full mount.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he
takes his back now. In position for a submission attempt here.
I think he's got it. It's deep. Oh, he's got it in tight now. Yep. This might hurt.
Whoa! Submission defense. He gets out.
I mean, the calmness in that moment. It looked like the fight was over. He was able to clear his head, put the guy into the mount. Not a great position, but much better than getting his arm snapped in half from an arm bar.
10 minutes in the can.
No big deal. You got a little cut. It's not going to affect us at all. Do not worry about it. You need to take a deep breath, get out there, and get back to work. Okay?
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round, and a lot of good offensive wrestling work from him over those previous 5 minutes.
I mean, great offensive wrestling. Every time he changed levels and got to his opponent's legs, he was able to secure the takedown. Let's see what type of fatigue his opponent will carry into the next round.
All right, so the next round is underway. Will it be more of the same? And by that, I mean all of those strikes to the body. You got to think at some point the opposition is going to lower that guard or get finished.
And that's exactly what he is hoping for. All those great body shots, all that damage he's putting on his opponent will force an opening up top where he will look to finish. Armbar attempt.
Ooh, that looks tight.
Looks like it's getting tight. He's got it. He's got it.
He tapped. From Makhachev, your winner by submission.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow, an unbelievable result here tonight by way of submission, and he bided his time there. He stayed patient, waited for an opening, and then when it was there, he certainly capitalized to get the tap here tonight. All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
All right, we go inside the octagon now where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 41 seconds of round number 3, declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.